Okay, I'm going to show you what I've got that I'm going to use to make my pan sauce for my chicken. I have some grated garlic here. I just use a microplane to grate it. You could chop it, use a garlic press. There's a little bit of olive oil in there as well. I have some heavy cream over here. I have some sliced mushrooms. You can slice them up any way you want. I've got some salt. I always put that in last because I'm never sure how salty everything else is that goes in. I have a mixture of a couple of different mustards. I have just plain Dijon mustard, but I also have Coslicks Triple Crunch, which are like the seeds of mustard, and I like the combination of both. So it's about 2/3 Dijon and 1/3 Coslicks. I have pepper. That's my pepper mill. I have some Dolan's vermouth. You can use sweet or dry. Dry is going to be a little bit more, it's going to be white, first of all, and it's going to obviously be drier, whereas red vermouth is sweet. So if you like a little bit of a sweeter sauce, you can go with that. And some high quality olive oil. That's what we've got to make the sauce. Okay, so my chicken is pretty much cooked now. I'm going to turn the heat down to sort of medium high. I don't want it too high. There's my chicken done. Put that aside. So I'm going to start by adding in a little bit of garlic. That going around. I don't want this oil to be too hot because I don't want the garlic to burn. So I'm going to put the mushrooms in right away, and that's going to help so that it doesn't, they don't burn. I'm just tossing these around. God, this smells so good. And I want this to cook down a lot. So I'm probably going to speed up the camera a little bit, because you don't need to watch this all happening live. Okay, so you'll notice here that the mushrooms, once they get to a certain point, they're going to start giving off all their water. And that's what we want, is we want a lot of that water to evaporate. Because mushrooms have quite a bit of water in them, and we want that all to evaporate. So they'll kind of sweat, and then they'll kind of give off all their liquid. Okay. So once the mushrooms get to the level of doneness that you want, and this looks like what I want, the next thing is to deglaze. And this is what I'm using the vermouth for. So watch, I'm just going to put a splash in and turn the heat up just a little bit. Okay, so that was like maybe, I don't know, 1/4 of a cup or so, 1/3 of a cup. I'm going to let that reduce a little bit. That helps to burn off some of the alcohol. It won't burn off all the alcohol. Now I'm adding in the mustard. Give that a little stir around. I don't have any fresh herbs, but if I did, I would throw in some thyme probably at this point. And then finish it off with, it's also a couple of tablespoons of heavy cream. You don't have to put the heavy cream in. You could also use evaporated milk. That would work really well as well. Okay, so there's my sauce. I'm turning the heat down to low now. Okay, so like that's literally a pan sauce. It takes, you know, what did it take? Just a couple of seconds. And then I'm just going to put my chicken back in. Coat it with the sauce. And there it is, done. Chicken with a Dijon cream sauce and mushrooms. Okay. Now, this is going to look a little boring because it's just a piece of chicken on a plate. Of course, you're going to serve this with whatever you like. It could be, you know, on rice. It'd actually be really good on rice. I'm just going to cut this. See. And the chicken's nice and moist. Just spoon that over top. Like that. There we go. I actually have more sauce than I need. And we'll just clean the plate just a little bit. And there we go. There's chicken with mushroom and Dijon cream sauce. Enjoy.